Alright guys, welcome to another commentary we're doing for Predator 2. This is Corey's Crib.
This is BDG Reviews.
Yeah, we finally got the audio working.
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal was. I just rebooted my computer and it was ready to go.
really weird, honestly.
Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, we're doing this on Blu-ray, so
Yep.
yeah, that is what it is. If you got the DVD, just start it whenever we start it and it
Yeah,
should be good. I mean, I don't
try
know.
to sync it up if it's off.
Yeah. But were you ready to press play on this?
Yeah,
Alright man, 3, 2, 1, play.
I like
Did yours
that
take
menu.
like a second to start? Did like those red dots go around your
Yeah,
play when I hit it? It was like for a second, those three dots were over it.
yeah,
Alright, I got that FBI anti-piracy now.
yep.
Alright. Yeah, I'm anxious to see if this Blu-ray compares to the first one. I mean, it
Yeah,
should with the city textures and all that.
yeah. I mean, from what I remember, it's you know, it's. I think it's more grainy if I remember right.
Really?
I think it's more like what people were hoping Part One would be.
Yeah. Did you see on the 22 shots page people were complaining about the transfer on that?
Uh,
For some reason, I think Jeremy or something brought it up. He was like, "Oh, the first transfer's trash and all that," and I'm sitting there thinking, like, what in the world? And then they're
yeah,
talking about the 4K one,
I've
talking
heard
about that's the perfect one.
that's what I've heard. I've heard it looks magnificent. Uh, I never got what that was, that flashing light.
Did you see those black specks that are?
Yeah,
Yeah, was it the city like the Bodega Bay Inn?
yeah.
Did you notice they faked us out, kinda? Like they make you think it takes place in the jungle, and
I
then it
know, right?
pans up and it's the city.
Well, I mean, I guess, a lot of people would be, if you didn't know it was set in the city,
Yeah,
you would assume it would just be another jungle movie.
yeah, like fake you out, kinda.
Yeah,
Although, did you
I,
see the? I love this too. You've seen all these people in the city streets in Predator Vision.
yeah, that's so cool.
And wasn't this supposed to be the future? Yeah, it
This
was
was supposed to be
97, right?
97, yeah.
And this was
Uh,
90, so.
yeah,
And this is a pretty accurate depiction of the times now.
yeah, yes it is. Man, I just love that, like these reporters right here, and they're literally getting shot at, and they're all
Yeah,
like, it's it's like literal war in the streets.
yeah. This almost has a RoboCop feel to it. Just kind of like they're poking fun at reporters and stuff, almost.
Completely. And there's that, like it's like cops are shot in the street, and they're like, well, let's get a quick shot of that.
Yeah, definitely has a RoboCop vibe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is. I almost think of it like RoboCop would, like 10 years after this movie took place, that would have been RoboCop.
Yeah,
Like this world is that world.
definitely. This have you looked up the directors to see what else they did?
Yeah,
I think it's two brothers, isn't it?
the director on this, where is it? Is Stephen Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and let's see what he's done. Lost in Space.
What
Uh,
the old movie?
yeah. Predator 2, Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually like that. I mean, I dig those sequels.
Yeah. Part 5 has always been a bit.
That was the
I've never been the
Dream
biggest.
Child, right?
Yeah, I always found that one kind of just meh.
Well,
But
the
that's
ending was
just me.
bizarre.
Yeah. Life and Death of Peter Sellers. Uh, 24. Californication. A bunch of TV stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, he did The Reaping also.
I've heard of that.
It's like a religious type horror movie.
This
It,
dude
it
looks so familiar, screaming on screen.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure, but I know he was. Let me just take a look see if I can find out who he is. Uh, I know that character was taken off of some famous some famous like guy at the time, like who had like a show. He
Kind of
had like
like
a
Sid Barrett or whatever from the Gong Show.
yeah, yeah, it could have been. No, apparently like he had like some kind of like talk show type thing, like a Phil Donahue type thing. Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, and apparently he was like a jerk.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was the actual actor.
What do you think of this chick's futuristic gun?
It's kind of crazy because
You could tell it's like a regular Glock with something attached to it.
yeah, it's a Sig Sauer with a black Sig Sauer with a laser attachment attached to it,
Okay.
according to the trivia. Yeah.
Speaking of, is there a lot of trivia to this?
There's 116 pieces of trivia, so
Wow.
I just love this. It's like, okay, I'll open up my my armory in the trunk, and all my guns are purposely, you know,
lined up perfectly in the duffel bag. They didn't move at all when you threw it in
yeah.
the trunk. No, what's your personal opinion of Danny Glover, though, taking the lead?
I get it. I get why they chose him and everything, but I just think I think he was the wrong choice.
Yeah. You would expect Mel Gibson to come out the side with his mullet?
Yeah. Well, hell, actually, there's a little bit of a Easter egg there. Where is it here? He's like talking to his like boss in this at some point, and the actor playing his boss is actually the guy that plays his boss in Lethal Weapon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting.
This could be like an unofficial sequel to Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, there you go. I could totally see that.
I do think that's badass, though, putting bulletproof vests in the windows.
It's one of those ideas that honestly is it's a good idea.
I mean, I don't know how...
Yeah, I don't know how viable it would be. Is that
Yeah, but like on a movie, it's a good... I've never thought of that ever.
No, I mean, it's
I
just
feel like this role of this main Indian-looking guy should have been to Danny Trejo.
Definitely, 100%.
He would have been I'm shocked he wasn't cast in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Man, or it could have been that guy who just put coke in his wound.
Yeah. Let's be honest, though. Danny Trejo might have been in jail when they were filming this. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find that guy's name. I don't know. I can't find it. It's on here somewhere, but...
Dude, you know what I love about this movie, I think, that makes me like it better than Predator 1?
Mm-hmm.
Is the 90s feel to it. Like, you can always tell a 90s movie. Like,
yeah.
the same way you can always tell an 80s. Like, there is a distinction between the two.
There is. There definitely is. Yeah, and I mean, Predator 1, honestly, could have taken place anytime.
Yeah.
It could have been set in the 70s or and it would have worked.
Yeah.
Where this reeks 90s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Even his outfit.
Yeah. I love this. Like, they're better armed than the cops.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, then again, I think that's
most
usually
criminals
the
nowadays
case.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. El Scorpio, that was it.
Look how fucking ripped he looks.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet you that's real coke. Nah, I doubt it.
what?
But I bet you he did do drugs though on set.
Oh, I'm quite sure. I love this. Like anyone, I think that guy there, the sergeant or whatever.
Yeah.
It is the same guy that's in Lethal Weapon as his boss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen those. I have been wanting to watch them again.
Yeah, I haven't watched Lethal Weapon in hell. When did Part 4 come out?
I would guess 97, if I had to guess.
Then probably 97 was the last time I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just love
Jet Li.
Yeah. And honestly, that was the only reason I saw it. It was like, well, Jet Li's in it.
Yeah, he fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, well, he became a monk.
Oh, wow. That would explain it then.
Yeah. I think he's back doing movies now. But yeah, he became a Buddhist monk for a while.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I want to get those. There was like a Blu-ray box set of his Once Upon a Time in China movies.
Oh yeah. Those were some good movies,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's like what put him on the map.
Yeah.
Dude, see, this is how I love the movie just opens up with just like
Pure
mind-numbing
carnage.
action. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, this is, like when people always talk about like brainless action movies.
Yeah.
This is a brainless action movie, and
Yeah,
it's
you just check your brain, a popcorn action movie.
yeah,
Like you don't need to
exactly.
put any thought into it, really.
No,
It's not like Inception or anything, you know.
no, no one's gonna accuse
You're
Predator
in a
2 of
dream
being
within a dream.
yeah, and this Predator isn't actually a dream. It's a thought,
A
a
figment of your
metaphor.
imagination, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I love this dude's weapon choice though. The two Uzis.
yeah,
I love that too.
yeah.
So is that made to think he's seen the Predator before?
I I
Because
think
he
the
seemed to
idea.
scream like he knew what it was.
I think the idea was he was in the room with all those guys when the Predator came in and like essentially slaughtered a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so so he knows something's up.
yeah. I'm curious to see how long it takes. Conveniently, right on the table. I'm
Yeah,
I'm interested to see how long it takes for the Predator to completely show himself in this one. Because I
yeah,
think it was about like 54 minutes into the first one.
it was. It was a real long time. I think it's quite a bit sooner. I love that because I mean, it's like how you could see that perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You
Wouldn't
know,
you just
you,
start blasting it? Well, I
I,
guess you can't just
I,
open.
well, you are pretty much in a war zone. I mean, you can kind of
Yeah,
do what
that's
you
true.
want. Man, it's like it's kind of crazy. It really is.
I do gotta say, also, I think the Predator vision looks better in this one.
It looks especially from the later ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say yeah, this and part one they do the Predator vision right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't actually attest to Predators, but I mean, like, I think the Predator vision looks better in this one than it did in the first one. It may
It
be
does,
because
yeah,
you can actually clearly see people,
yeah,
whereas in the first one it looked real. I don't know. Maybe it's because the jungle's hot. I don't know.
yeah. Well,
Dude, look at that.
I know that's a great shot.
It's like an
I
alien
think
burst out of his stomach.
yeah, I think what it is also from what I know in the first two movies it was like a digital effect, essentially.
Yeah,
They went in, they had like filmed footage. They went in and then they like colored it to look
yeah,
like heat vision, like it wasn't like an actual like like infrared camera filming it,
yeah,
whereas in the other movies they use like a literal infrared camera and it just doesn't look as good.
yeah. I'm interested to see it in Predators to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I've noticed just now? What I like about this movie too is how
Mhm.
hard of an R it is. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It's only
well,
been 10 minutes in and they've done mountains of coke and blood all over the walls.
yeah. Well, this was the first movie to actually get an NC-17.
What do you mean?
It was originally when the NC-17 rating first came out. This was the first movie to ever achieve it,
Really?
and
Was this
yeah,
released as an R though?
then yeah, it was cut down to have an R rating. I mean,
I'm
honestly,
curious what they cut.
I would assume probably like I get the idea. It's probably something along the lines of like lingering shots on things.
Yeah, some of the carnage and everything.
Yeah, they probably just cut those shots a bit shorter and everything.
Yeah, I love that too. Just body riddled with bullet holes, ain't been skinned yet.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
so
man.
sick.
I just laughed at the fact that like he's already thought to take his clothes off. I think this
Yeah,
Predator has a bit of
a little fetish going on.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is weird. Managed to take the time to It's funny they don't even mention that.
Yeah. I just love that. Like, oh, look at this guy.
And I like how the Predator too is like, he was the baddest dude out there, but oh this, yo, I was just talking about this dude today with somebody.
Hmm.
Oh my, I can't remember. I remember asking, what's this dude's name? I was like, the dude from the Goonies. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what's this guy's name? He's in Maniac Cop 2 and 3.
Yeah. I'll just take a look, see if I can.
Yeah, because I was literally just talking to somebody and I was like, yo, what's that guy's name from the Goonies? He was the bad guy. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
Like Robert something?
Uh, that's not him. Here we go. Robert Davy.
Oh no, that doesn't sound right.
He was in
Davi, Robert Davi.
yeah, he was in
Yeah,
Die Hard, The Goonies, License to Kill, Expendables.
that was the first thing I saw him in was License to Kill, the James Bond movie.
Yeah.
He was the villain.
Oh wow. Robert Davi is an award-winning actor, screenwriter, director, producer, and jazz vocalist.
Yeah, I have heard that.
I know it's like kind of like one of these things is not like the other though, isn't it?
Yeah. Did it mention Maniac Cop in any of that?
I didn't see it, but
Oh, I would have thought that'd be one of the main ones.
yeah. And there we have
Yeah, there's the man, Gary Busey.
yeah.
Oh, what's the first thing you saw Busey in?
The first and you know what? Honestly, it might have been this.
Really? See,
Yeah.
the first thing I ever saw him in was Silver Bullet.
Yeah, well, yeah, I might have seen him in that first. Probably just didn't remember him.
Yeah.
Man, it's
He's
like,
like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
oh man.
I love how, like, every time you see a gang in movies, the rap is always Mexican.
Oh yeah, I don't
They
get
do
that.
that all the time.
Yeah, it's like okay, cue the generic Spanish rap music.
Rico, suave. That'd be
Oh,
my gang song.
I just love like those guys at the front of the police station, like they're from like a 1950s gang,
Yeah.
1930s gang. You know,
Yeah.
like guys like wearing like top hats or something. And these hookers, holy crap. That's some 90s looking hookers if I ever seen them.
Yeah, this is the most hoppin' police station I ever seen.
Yeah.
This looks like a one of those mutants from Batman.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
there's the man, Bill Paxton.
Yep.
I forgot he was in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in so much like key franchises:
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alien, Predator, Terminator.
Yeah. Him and
Lance
Lance
Henriksen,
Henriksen.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, are the only ones who've been in all of them.
See, what Predator movie was Lance Henriksen in? Was it this
Alien
one?
versus Predator.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. He played
Yeah.
Wayland Yutani, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Doesn't this dude look like Pierce Brosnan?
He does. He really does.
Yeah,
I
like a poor
seriously
man's
wonder,
Pierce Brosnan.
I wonder sometimes whether like people like that are actual like camera doubles, if you will.
Oh, probably. He looked a
Like
lot
this
like
guy.
him.
Yeah. So do you suppose maybe they got him for like pickup shots in like a movie with Pierce Brosnan? They were like, well, this guy's a a slightly better actor than
And he's a quarter of the cost.
Yeah, exactly. I just love that.
Man,
King
Gary
Willie's
Busey.
Voodoo Gang.
Yeah. Man, Gary Busey, he actually doesn't look too crazy here.
I know. Though if you watch the special features, he's a bit off even then.
Yeah.
Though of course, apparently this is the first movie he did after he had his motorcycle accident where he like died.
Yeah, and he was so avid on not wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
He was like pissed about that law, then ended up wrecking his motorcycle and hitting his head.
I know that happens so often. It happened to Billy Idol.
Yeah,
Yeah, and again, didn't want to wear the.
but they weren't like protesting it and all that. Where I know, what's
There
his
was
name?
talk about it, but it wasn't as big a deal as it was at this point.
Yeah,
You know, man. I
almost
just
thought it
find it
was
funny
Stacy
in
Keach
this.
for a second.
Yeah, yeah. I find it funny in this that like they have like the whole King Willie's voodoo gang,
Yeah,
but when you actually look at them all, they're all like Jamaicans.
yeah,
And
yeah. Well,
and
voodoo's in Jamaica, right?
no,
Or
it's not.
what's the voodoo from?
Voodoo's from like Haiti,
Yeah, you're right.
places like
That's all the
that. Yeah,
same to me.
yeah. It's like they say he's more like a Rastafarian, like the religion that Rastafarians
Yeah,
come
they're
from
all
or
about
whatever.
peace and all that.
Yeah, but oh, not these guys apparently.
Yeah, that chick that Bill Paxton was just chilling with, that
Yeah,
wasn't the Spanish chick from Aliens, was it?
no,
Oh,
I,
okay.
I don't think so. I mean, I'll just have a
I
look
mean,
to
I
be.
doubted it was. It kind of looked like her for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible, but no, I doubt it.
No, not that one. There's two listings for women in the thing. Here we go. Maria Conchita Alonso, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, she was in The Running Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that girl from Aliens, though. But you could actually tell by looking at her, it's not.
Yeah. I love that. Just like, like yeah, I'll just keep on crushing.
You know, I've seen movies where dudes do that to other dudes, and it always weirded me out.
Yeah.
Like, I was just watching Sons of Anarchy, and Ron Perlman in that does that to another member, and you're kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I understand, like, because a guy would know the level of pain it would cause,
Yeah.
but
To me, it's just weird.
yeah, it seems a little overly homoerotic.
Yeah. So Bill Paxton, does he actually, like, I don't remember him in this movie at all. Does he actually come face to face with the Predator?
He ends up getting a big chunk of him ripped out
Yeah, I'm excited to
down
see.
in the sewer.
I'm excited to see when he goes on that ship again and sees
Yeah.
that alien skull.
Well, I tell you what, I happen to know that particular scene on the Blu-ray looks really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think like this, yeah, how this looks on Blu-ray is how people wanted the first Predator to look.
Yeah.
More like, you know,
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
could see what you mean.
yeah, not as shiny.
Yeah. I mean, so far this movie's been okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't blow me away.
I know. This is always a fun scene.
Yeah. That would be such a badass apartment to have.
Yeah. It would be great until like, the Jamaicans came in and killed
Did you
everybody.
see how long it took them to notice they ran in?
Yeah,
Like,
I
right
mean
when they
they
kicked open the door, they're still going at it?
yeah.
I
Um
do like the decor of this place, though.
yeah. It's weird. It's got like this like Aztec like looking thing going on and then you got these guys with like their
The Jamaican voodoos.
yeah.
The
Apparently
chick's pretty hot, though.
yeah.
Oh, man, did you see Homeboy's eyebrows?
Yeah. Apparently according to the trivia here, the Jamaican voodoo posse gangs were based on actual gangs terrorizing New York City and Kansas City in the mid to late 80s.
Wow.
So who
Huh.
knows?
And what's weird is on his necklace, he's got one of those big gold Italian horns.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I know. It's like a mishmash.
You know, you ever heard of the band Parliament?
Yeah.
He looks just like the lead singer, that George Clinton.
Yeah, he does. He does. He really
Yeah.
does.
Or Funkadelic, I think was the other name of the group.
Yeah. And had a Bootsy Collins in it, right?
Yeah, Bootsy Collins, yeah.
That guy was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was just about to say, the one dude in the top hat kind of looked like Bootsy, too. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. He's a little bigger.
Yeah. You know what I believe? I'm like, shit happens.
Damn. See, that is pretty badass, this gang. I mean, it's so over the top, it puts it... Look at that big-ass joint, dude.
I know.
It puts it in cartoonish comic book territory.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what this is, yeah.
Like, this reminds me of, like, the Dark Horse comics.
Yeah, well, apparently it was a big influence.
What, the comics?
The Dark Horse comics, yeah. Apparently, I read that on here somewhere. They had a big influence on the production of this movie.
Look at that. Damn.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. Well, it makes sense, though, because that's literally what CGI... Literally what this feels like is just a motion comic book. But I like that. Like, it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah. I love that. The sheer, like, height that he lifts that guy up.
Yeah, dude. And I love how everything's in... Oh, it's still like the naked body just
just jiggling away in the background.
I like how everything's invisible except for the weapons.
Yeah. And here we get the
flow of shit happens.
Yeah.
So that was pretty quick.
Yeah. 20 minutes.
I had read... Oh, man. I had read somewhere that Roger Ebert gave this movie like 2 stars out of 4 and said that The Predator was like a metaphor for black people, and he didn't like the movie because he thought the director was saying that this movie was racist against black people because that's what The Predator... And I'm like reading it like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Like, Roger Ebert was full of shit at the best of times.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I always think he tried to put more into things than what was there, you know?
Yeah.
Like not every movie is like an Ingmar Bergman film. You know,
Yeah.
not every movie has stuff you gotta, like, root through and find this deeper meaning and everything. Sometimes, you know, someone getting blown up is just someone getting blown up.
Yeah, and that's what I was reading. I was on the Wikipedia, and a lot of people are saying it got negative reviews talking about it was just mean-spirited action and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you know, that's not really a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
That's like the point.
I know. They're like criticizing it for doing what it was set out to do.
Exactly. You know, it's like people making, like, talking about like a slasher movie and then complaining that it's too violent.
Yeah.
I just love this.
There's more of them.
Yeah.
Are the other ones skinned?
Yeah, all of them are skinned except for the guy that
he didn't kill.
Yeah. Well, I guess he
badass.
wouldn't be a trophy, so.
Like, look how over the top Bill Paxton is.
Yeah. Ramon Vega. Like, who are these assholes? I just want to know what the Predator does with the skin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, you know, we've seen them, you know, skin bodies in part 1 and in here, and then you see it again in Predators. But, you know, you never see them doing anything with it.
Yeah, I never thought about that. And you don't, I mean, there's nothing on his outfit he could use them for. Yeah, it don't make no sense.
And none of the trophies are, like, skin trophies. They're all bones.
Yeah, I don't know.
So here, I wonder, like, why didn't he take any bones from these people? Are they just not...
I don't know if they think that far into it.
I don't know. Maybe they're just not as, they're not worthy of being a trophy?
Maybe. Or maybe he's just killing so many, he's like...
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I always reckoned from watching this movie that this was a younger Predator.
Really? Why do you think that?
I always thought it because, like, well, for one, he comes down with a bunch of other ones.
Yeah.
And for another thing, he has all these different weapons. And I always get the
And
idea,
like
like,
makes a mistake like that, like leaving one behind.
yeah, but not just that, I also get the idea, like, when you look at the Predator in the first movie, he came down, he had his blades on his arm, he had his plasma cannon, and, like, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a real, like, hunt. Where this, to me, looks like, when you hear of, like, canned hunts where people go and they have, like, automatic, like, rifles to, like, hunt,
Yeah.
like, a drugged animal.
Yeah.
That's what this seems like to me. It's like someone who doesn't know,
Not confident in their skills yet.
yeah, so it's like, we'll load them up with like all like the best tech or whatever and like let them get their feet wet sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. I mean,
Yeah,
it makes sense when he came down with a bunch of them.
yeah. And I mean the sheer amount of people also that are in a city as opposed to in a jungle.
Yeah.
It was always
That
like,
dude, that may be the talk show guy you're thinking of.
yeah,
Because I feel like I have seen him as like a Phil Donahue type thing.
yeah, and he was like a real like jerk. He'd like shout at people and everything, and
Yeah, I think, yeah.
yeah, it could be him. I mean, you never know. He ended up
It also kind of looks
dying of
like
cancer or something.
that one dude from Billy Madison too.
Yeah,
Or not Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Those two movies always kind of overlap for
Oh,
me.
I always get them confused, the two titles.
Yeah. Well, because let's be honest. I mean, yeah, they're different movies, but they're essentially the same thing.
Yeah. That would make this movie so much better if Danny Glover was replaced with Adam Sandler.
Yes. I could totally see Adam Sandler, chasing down the Predator. It would be awesome.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah. Another thing I find kind of interesting is this scene coming up here when, like, the Danny guy gets killed.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a threat. He doesn't even have a gun on him at the time. So why does...
Maybe just because the predators are young and hostile.
Yeah, it could be. I always sort of wanted, like, wanted this predator to blow up that kid in the cemetery.
See, I haven't seen this in so long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember the cemetery.
Yeah, it's like after the Danny guy is dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after this, I literally don't remember at all what happens. I remember the ship. I remembered that thing with the loft, but that was about it.
Yeah. Well, again, this is one of those movies that has a lot of really good scenes.
Yeah.
But not always I don't want to say a coherent story, but like like not all of the story tends to stick in your head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that he's like, I got some serious police business to attend to.
Yeah. That's good. Like, hey, my sister. Like, oh wait, you're not my sister, are you? It's like, okay. Oh man. Yeah, this completely reeks of early '90s, and it's
yeah.
awesome.
Even that girl's outfit, it was just a vest with nothing else.
Yeah.
Like one of those librarian vests.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you see this scene here coming up when he goes in, It's
I
like,
do like the lighting of it.
oh, well, the lighting's really nice in this movie.
I gotta be honest with
Interesting
you,
thing,
the Blu-ray doesn't stand out at all.
it's not like anything really special, but it's a big step up from the DVD.
Yeah.
I just love that he has, the little, like, gun that unlocks doors.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? A little bit of trivia?
Oh yeah, the reason Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't do this movie, this is the actual bit of trivia here, and I just find this so funny. Where's here? Arnold Schwarzenegger said no to Predator 2 because he didn't like the new director and or the new script. So it was just kind of like, yeah, I don't like you people. Like, no, I'm not doing it.
Wow. I mean, it wouldn't have made sense, though, Arnold Schwarzenegger in this setting.
I think originally the idea was his character was going to be the Gary Busey character. Like he was leading the expedition team to find it here.
Yeah, see, I would have rather had Danny Glover. Just because it made more sense.
It does.
And I like, too, how he came for that, yeah. How the cops wouldn't have found that.
Yeah, well, apparently the FBI aren't as good as this guy.
Just fucking Coke mule boots.
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of shoes Pablo Escobar and them would wear.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, man.
Yeah, this dude looks more like a cartel member than a cop.
Yeah, for sure. And I just love that. There was completely like a Predator handprint in blood on the wall. And like no one noticed.
That's funny as hell.
And I love that, you know, like he just has one of these little headlights.
Yeah, with him.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's like, yeah, I carry it around with me. That's what I do. Like, that's how I roll.
Dude, this penthouse suite is sick, though.
It is. This like, is, I almost want to say like your typical, stereotypical, like, 90s drug kingpin.
Oh, yeah.
Like, apartment. Where you
Definitely.
expect them would look like, you know?
It just, it keeps bugging me, like, how ugly that dude was and how hot that chick was.
Yeah. Well,
Like, every
I
time I
guess.
see this place, that's all I'm going to think of.
Yeah. Well, you know, money.
Yeah, that's the, yeah.
Yeah, it always makes me wonder here also, like, was the Predator, like, here at this point to kill this
Oh.
guy?
Maybe he just stumbled up into his thing, and that's why.
Yeah, or was he just looking for that
Yeah, but it makes you
thing?
wonder, why wouldn't he have got it earlier?
Yeah,
The Predator, if he was up there the whole time.
yeah. Oh, well, it looks like he did have his gun on him, so I guess that maybe explains why he's dead.
Yeah.
I could have
do like
swore he
that,
dropped it.
I do kind of like that you didn't see that death. Like,
Yeah,
it made it almost a little more intense just hearing it.
yeah, because, I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
And we've seen what, you know, predators do.
I like that scream the Predator let out, too.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to get to hear that shit happens later on in the movie.
Yeah.
I hope the Predator says it again.
Oh, man.
You know if he does or no?
I think he might.
I mean, I feel like they wouldn't bring that up or have him repeat it a bunch if he wasn't going to say it later.
Yeah. I would assume it's been a while since I've seen it, so I'm not really sure, but I think it gets brought up again, I think.
Man, that Robert Davi looks like he was burned, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You think that's acne or is it just burned?
I think that's acne.
Yeah, like really
pock,
bad acne
pock
scars.
marks. Yeah. You know. Well, that's what happens, you know. You're there singing jazz, and next thing you know, you got a giant zit on your forehead.
Yeah, the sweat.
Yeah. I just love also that, you know, like he he tries to come off as a badass.
Who, Danny Glover?
Danny Glover, but I don't know. It just
Yeah, I don't get that vibe from him at all.
no, you know, I don't know.
It's almost like basically like a cop that's about to retire, like when he plays in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, even here, I mean, you know, like, yeah, you know, he's like threatening Gary Busey. But the funny thing is, Maybe it's because we know who Gary Busey is. He's probably like drugged out of his mind right now,
Yeah.
and he's
He
probably
don't
gonna
even
like.
know he's on the set of a movie.
No, he just thinks it's real. Oh man, he comes up with like this weird like backstory for his character on the special features when he's like, these aliens are here and they understand like quantum mechanics and we want to get them and sit them down and find out what they know.
Is that real? He's doing that, or?
He's saying that. I don't know whether he's just like, like trolling or
Yeah.
whether that's what he actually thinks is happening.
Yeah, I liked also that Gary Busey goes on to become a murderous cookie.
Yeah. You gotta love that. You really do.
Yeah, so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of silent parts for me just because it's been so long since I've seen this.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just, it's almost like I'm taking it in for the first time.
Yeah. I just love that part there. 5 assorted trash and 1 good cop.
And what's weird too is,
Oh,
wouldn't you think he'd be notified before just seeing it on TV?
yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
was his partner or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man. And I just love how that like reporter guy can somehow get all the gore shots and everything and put
Oh
them on
yeah.
TV and everything and no one cares.
Yeah. But Friday the 13th has to be cut to hell, but if
Yeah.
it's the news, you could show exploding heads all day.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Just all the kills in a Friday the 13th movie, put them on a TV screen and have a news reporter reporting it.
Yeah,
And then you could get anything you want. Just put it all out there.
definitely. Although I will say the craziest scenes I've ever seen in my life were on the news. That was them people jumping out of them Twin Towers. Yo, it's the
Yeah.
anniversary, bro. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize that.
I know it's insane.
It's
It
September
really
11th.
is. Yeah, I think is it 14 years?
I don't even know. 2001.
Yeah. So
So that'd be 17 years.
17 years, damn. And to think, there are people who've been born that never realized
Experienced it,
that
yeah.
there were 2 towers there.
Dude, you know how shocked I am to hear that you could be born in like 1999 and still
Yeah.
be an adult?
It's
That's
insane.
weird, dude.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around sometimes. It really is. I mean, like you'll hear these actors who are like, like, yeah, we were born like in the good old days of like 1993.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, yeah, good old days for me were like 1983, but
Yeah, dude, I'm always left. Dude, you could be born in 2001 next
Yeah.
year and still be an adult.
it's insane. It really is.
Dude, I like remember everything I was doing in 2001.
Yeah,
This lady looks familiar too. Like she played bit parts in something I seen.
yeah. I just love that
He
like,
breaks shit and they don't even give a shit.
yeah. I just love it. It's the fact that it's just like put that down, and then after that, everything gets broke.
Yeah.
It's like if you just left him alone, he probably would have put it down on his own.
Yeah, and what's funny too is if it was a real lab, they'd all get up and be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
Get it. But here they just look at him like, "Oh, you."
yeah,
That's what makes it more comic book like.
yeah,
Of course, there's going to be no metal like this ever.
yeah. And I mean, I don't think there's any substance that you couldn't identify some part of.
No, it's happened, dude. Like
Is there really?
I've seen some. I mean, I don't know how true they are, but
Yeah.
like supposedly true. Like people that get these metals implanted
Oh
in
yeah,
their skin,
yeah,
and they say they were abducted, but they'll be like, "Nah, you're lying." But whatever metal was in their body,
yeah.
they
Like,
can't find
don't know what it is.
substance
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, that's
yeah.
weird, man.
One thing I always thought would have been interesting here would have been had he, kept. Look at that hat.
You almost expect to see Eddie Murphy from what was that? I don't know if it was Coming to America or Trading Places, where he's like the Jamaican, and the Jamaicans
Yeah,
are sitting there, and when they get up, the grease stains
yeah,
are on the
yeah,
headrests.
yeah. I think it was Coming to America.
Yeah, that's a badass car, though.
It is. And again, like the size of those joints.
Oh yeah,
They're like very
Shit, if they roll by
huge.
and roll down the window, I'd be like, fuck yeah, make room.
Yeah. Well, I just love the fact, that there's like
That's
literal.
so sick looking.
Yeah.
Even though you
Love
could
it.
tell it's in a green screen, still
Yeah.
badass looking. And
I.
almost like he would be badass in Gotham City.
Oh yeah. Well, have you ever seen those Batman versus Predator comics?
I never read them, but it would be badass for like a... Dude, that's an insane amount of smoke.
I know. It's like, you couldn't see to drive. Not to matter the fact that, you're probably like high as balls and have no clue what's going on.
I know, but let's carry around machine guns.
Yeah. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting little bit of trivia about like these alleys and everything. Um, it says here the filming of the alley scene was very troublesome for the filmmakers due to it being filmed in a very rough neighborhood. The alley was littered with garbage, most of which was used in the film and plagued with large rats. Local
Wow.
residents, angered by the noise, the film crew would throw bottles and paper bags filled with feces from windows at the crew in the alley below. Worst
Wow.
of all, the film crew found a dead body hidden among the garbage.
Wow, that's pretty intense.
I mean, whenever I hear that, I always wonder, do you suppose they used it in the movie? Because
This dude's creepy as hell looking, though.
yeah. Yeah. He's got like, I don't know, I've never thought of his character as much of a threat.
This guy?
Yeah, I mean, look at him.
I mean, not really, but he's
I mean,
creepy looking. I mean,
oh
if you
yeah,
saw that dude walking down the street, like, in the dark like that, I'd be like, what the hell?
yeah.
Like, with the metal plate and everything?
Yeah, it's like, why? I love that. I don't know who he is, but I know where he is. The spirit world, man.
I'd be like, nah, this dude's smoking crack. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Dude's over here playing with chicken bones.
Well, I think that's exactly what it is. It's like, it's like just had dinner. We got these bones left over. Well, we'll throw them on the thing, make it look like we're doing some voodoo or something.
Yeah. You think those were real scars on his face there? Or you think they put him there for, like, tattoo purpose or something?
I would assume they'd probably be makeup.
Dude, if you had that cane, would you rock it everywhere you went or what?
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I mean, I remember I was in England once on a holiday. And it was literally the day before we were going to come back, and we were just going around these stores. There was like a antique one, and they had this cane in there with like a wolf head handle and everything, and it looked awesome. And I was so considering getting it, but I'm like, how am I going to justify bringing this on the plane? No, like, yeah, like, oh, so you need a cane? Then like, no. Why are you
They'd
carrying
probably
it?
let you bring one on.
I'm sure they probably would, but it'd be like, why are you bringing cane?
People looking at you like, who's this guy?
Yeah. Yeah, but that cane that he has, that's, the snake head and everything, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, dude. Or like, I want to get a cane that has like, oh man, this is sweet.
Yeah.
What the hell? With his like really obvious wig.
Yeah. But I just love that he thinks, the predator comes down and he's going to like fight it off with a sword.
Isn't that what the cane is?
Yeah. It has a sword in it. So, and he thinks, he's going to... Now, I mean, honestly, like, this guy wouldn't, I don't think, be considered enough of a threat to warrant taking a trophy of him.
No.
I mean, look at this. It's like, I will poke you.
Dude, I can't believe audiences didn't like this movie when it came out.
I think it was probably along the lines of,
Arnold wasn't in it?
Arnold wasn't in it, and they were expecting more of the same. That's cool.
Yeah, that's badass.
Like,
but
still
his
stupid.
netting does look a little looser, though, than it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hands do look a little different.
Yeah, they look more bulky and everything.
Yeah,
and,
almost like a leprechaun hands.
Yeah. I love this. It kind of shows how he, defleshes everything and makes his trophies.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
Yeah. And the thing is, you got to think the Predator in the first one, he didn't have all these special tools.
No.
Not to
Damn,
do
he even
this.
polishes it?
Yeah. And then sticks it on a spike.
That's so sick.
And yeah.
So he just chills in his ship and polishes skulls.
Yep, that's what he does all day.
See, I wish we had a news channel that was called Hardcore.
Yeah. And it just showed like all the horrible stuff that's going on.
Yeah, like a Faces of Death, just the news version.
Yeah, there you go. And it's like, we're news. Like, no, you're not. Yes, we
You
are.
like how they say that voodoo guy was a drug lord?
I
It's
know.
like, if you went to go get drugs and that dude was who came out,
It would be
I'd
like,
be gone, bro.
nope.
I'd be
It's
like,
just
all right,
like,
you keep them. I'm gonna
yeah.
go somewhere else.
It's like he's the guy you go to buy like a human head
Yeah,
or something like that. He's not the guy you go to buy drugs.
yeah.
Man. Yeah, even like all the hairstyles and everything are just screaming 90s. Oh, man. I just love how he's like shouting at them over a phone. He's like, I'm pointing. You can't see me, but damn it, I'm pointing. So you know what that means.
Yeah.
Like, none of this crap. You gotta get your
See,
act together.
it's one of those things where it's like I like this one a lot, but the characters aren't as likable as they were in Predator 1.
Yeah.
That may be one reason why it failed, because the one you got so many cool-ass people.
Yeah. You
Where
like
this, there's not
everybody.
really any cool people.
No. No.
Like, I'm just now realizing that. Like, even Bill Paxton's cool, but in this movie,
But he's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is very true. I just love that.
Yeah, the big-ass
Like,
stuffed bear.
yeah, we'll just bring this bear in.
I
And
thought
it's
that
like,
was the stuffed Danny Glover for a second. You're like, is that me?
and I just love also that like he's outside of a taxidermy shop.
Yeah, that
I
should
mean,
have been like a cameo for Norman Bates.
yo,
Like
that
you
would
just have Anthony Perkins kind of like,
just walk past and like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm just getting some
that's a
stuff.
badass toy gun. I don't think I've
It
ever
is.
seen one look like a straight up Uzi like that with a big ass extended clip.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I so wanted the Predator to blow this kid up,
Oh,
to see it
man.
and like was like weapon shoot, like But then it like he realizes it's fake or whatever, and be like, I kind of would have preferred it, but just like, well,
Yeah, just
I could
slaughtered him.
want some candy. Yeah, but just like, oh, I could do with one of those trophies,
Yeah,
just to fill the corner of the room.
yeah. That would be pretty crazy, dude. Just if you blew the kid up.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the sort of thing nowadays. I could see them doing it nowadays.
Yeah.
Just
This is back when it was still taboo.
yeah, it's something I've always kind of thought. You know,
What do you think of that Widow's Peak, though?
that's kind of badass. He kind of looks like a Black Dracula.
I wonder if this dude gets pissed that all his partners are white. And they never give him a black partner.
That would be well. No, knowing this type of movie, if they gave him a black partner, he'd be dead within the first reel.
Oh shit, dangling the necklace in front of him to taunt him.
Yeah. And it's
Those were some, definitely some interesting choice of cuts there. Or
yeah.
edit.
I just love the fact, this guy's supposed to be a trained cop, and like that's how he points the gun everywhere.
Side to side, up and down.
Yeah, and it's like, you'd think, some police
You'd think
tactics.
RoboCop was here.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Yeah, and the Predator's just kind of like, okay.
There's so many badass team ups that would make a good movie. RoboCop versus Predator, or Batman versus Predator. I feel like that would make a killing in theaters, dude.
I'm sure it would. I mean, hell.
Or even if they did the Batman versus Judge Dredd.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, they
I
need
think
like a badass crossover like that.
didn't they
They did
do
a
like
comic of that.
didn't they do like a Judge Dredd, uh, Batman and Predator?
Yeah, I think all three of them, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like
I mean,
Judge
I don't
Dredd
know
is like,
what kind of story you would have all three of them in, but...
I don't know.
See, I want to look, dude, this train, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I think this is what subways were actually like back in the day, like especially New York.
yeah,
Like the Death Wish, like in 80s and 90s, they always had that Death Wish type train.
yeah. I just love it. They're messing with this guy and like he's like,
The
you know,
nerdiest dude on the whole train.
yeah, but yeah, he's armed and like everyone else is armed as well. No need for that. I will shoot you.
What's funny
And
is
they,
I live in Florida where it's stand your ground. You'd be legally allowed to shoot all of them,
yeah,
and you get to walk away scot-free.
yeah.
Oh, that's badass.
And they're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yo, that hat he's wearing, I've seen that in other movies. I kind
Yeah,
of want to get one where it has that metal bill.
yeah, yeah.
I forget what other movies I've seen that in.
I love this scene.
Damn. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I can't believe people didn't like this movie.
Yeah,
Like, this movie was considered a failure.
yeah.
Like, it bombed, I heard. Like, I heard it made money, but I heard it
Yeah.
just got negative reviews all across the board.
Well, I think also back then was when, reviews mattered.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It lived by the review. I
Yeah,
heard
now
this opened up the same weekend as Home Alone and Dances with Wolves.
I believe that.
And it definitely would. I've never seen Dances with Wolves, but I heard it's a classic.
It's a good movie, I got to admit. But
And Home Alone's a classic, dude. So it's like,
yeah,
this opened up on one of the worst weekends.
yeah, it wasn't a very good choice.
I guess Predator made double the money this made,
Yeah,
and it was made on a smaller budget.
I think
Oh man,
that's the
that's so
thing.
sick.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing, like when you make something on a smaller budget and it makes a decent amount, it just works out better than if you make a sequel for like, double or triple the budget.
Yeah, and it makes
Then
less on a return.
yeah. And I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of the time, because, they kind of forget what made the first one what it was.
yeah.
Like with Blair Witch Project.
Oh yeah, with the sequel.
Yeah,
Well, they didn't know what the hell they were doing with that. I mean,
no, they didn't,
that's just a mess. I still like the movie, but yeah, that's a whole mess, dude.
Yeah,
They should have kept that found footage.
yeah, it is what the Blair Witch Project was. And kind of like, they kind of forgot that.
Yeah, man, they're really going all aboard with this invisible effect.
Yeah,
Like at that point, wouldn't
definitely.
you just like reveal yourself and be like, all right, let's fuck all these people up?
Yeah. I just love it, the fact he's wiped out like a train full of people, and it's not like he's going to take them all as trophies.
Yeah,
So,
he's just fucking around.
yeah, it's just like, I got nothing better to do, I guess I'll...
Yeah, that's another thing that makes you think they're younger.
Yeah. And I think also, like, I love this, screw it. Throw that. It's like,
I was
yeah,
actually expecting it to do something.
that would
Like
have
the
been
way
that would have been funny if it had.
would
I
get
mean, the fact
lodged in his mask or something.
I just love the fact that apparently somehow the Predator has become bulletproof all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think they got the movie. I think the director got this confused with Terminator.
Yeah, probably.
And it didn't show him grab. It looked like he had a sword from the Predator vision.
Yeah, he grabbed a machete off of one of the like guys.
Yeah, this is definitely a comic book feeling movie.
Yeah.
The
I just
fact that someone on the
love...
train's got a machete.
Yeah. I love this scene coming up when you see what ends up happening to Jerry.
Jerry, Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember at all what happens to
Yeah.
him.
And I love this scene coming up, too. You'll probably remember this scene where he's going to kill her.
No, I don't think I remember that.
I won't spoil it for you then. Think how cool this would be for like a haunted house thing.
Oh yeah, for like Halloween
Yeah,
Horror Nights or something to have like
yeah,
a subway themed house.
yeah. Like you'd go in and then you'd go along and everything would be
You're
fine, and then you
confined. Yeah,
go in one and then all of a sudden like everything's dark and everyone's dead.
yeah, that'd be badass.
It would work. It really would. I'm assuming there's probably be some reason why they couldn't do it.
Yeah, probably too confined of a space for that many people, or so I don't know.
Yeah.
But have you seen Midnight Meat Train?
I love Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah, people shit on that movie, but I love that movie with a passion.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the best Clive Barker adaptations ever made.
Oh, there's the golf ball.
Yeah,
Yo, when we have a month where there's not a whole lot of shit coming out, we should do like a Clive Barker month. And
definitely.
do you have all the Clive Barker movies?
Yeah,
Like Nightbreed and
yeah,
Lord of Illusions.
yep, yeah,
I,
got them
I
all.
think there's a few more like Saint Sinner.
Yeah, I have Saint Sinner
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah, it's
I heard it's shit.
yeah, it's like a made-for-TV movie, I think, if I remember right. This is
Yeah.
the scene right here. It's just what he
Oh,
does
he
right
sees the
here.
baby.
Yeah,
I hope he rips it out.
he doesn't. It would have
Uh,
been kind of odd. No, it's like,
just crushes it with his
yeah, kind
reptile hand.
of, don't want that. No, it's like,
No, I want it.
yeah,
No, just
it's like, yeah, we don't kill pregnant women. The funny thing is, they've never really mentioned it in the movie. Apparently, she's supposed to have like a husband or whatever, but it's never brought up in
it's
the movie.
probably Bill Paxton.
See, I always assumed it was the Spanish guy.
Why? Just because she's Spanish?
No, I just thought she seemed more upset about him. Like she seemed quite upset when he died. So I just always assumed
it was
it was
Bill
him.
Paxton because they've been flirty the whole
Yeah.
movie.
Well, it could have been. You never know.
It could be Danny Glover. You never know.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
he's just so manly that his very presence makes people pregnant.
Yeah, that'd be funny as hell.
Yeah. It's just he just walks down a street and all of a sudden everyone's pregnant.
It just gives off that pheromone.
Yep. And it's just kind of like, well, damn. Yeah. Coming up's the scene with Jerry that just kind of works.
I am shocked that Predator had morals and didn't kill that baby.
Yeah, I think probably, the other predators would have looked down on him.
Yeah.
It probably would have been like, dude,
Plus the
really?
MP to AA would have looked down on him too.
Oh, that's for certain. Yeah. I think probably like here's the scene. Just let it play out.
Yeah, I don't even remember. He's got to be hanging.
Nope. Just I'm not gonna spoil it. I'll just let it play out.
I'm shocked there hasn't been an Alien movie in the city.
Yeah, I mean it would make sense
Like this scene would almost be perfect with the aliens crawling all around.
for sure. Here we go.
Oh shit. That's badass.
Yeah, and he just
Just
literally
hauls ass.
and just pulls his head off and takes off.
That's sweet. And the spine was connected.
Yeah.
But if you were a predator, wouldn't you just haul ass towards Danny Glover and beat him with his friend's skull?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if anything, like there is I love that.
Yeah.
Just showing like the reactions of, him being invisible but it's still affecting the world.
It's just bizarre to me that he bothers running. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, if anything, here's your prey.
Yeah.
all
All gathered into one spot.
yeah.
I hope
I,
this guy has a brutal death. Like, he better die.
I don't think he does. I think that's the
Uh,
last you see of him.
I feel like every 80s movies has a parking garage scene, too.
Oh
Or
yeah.
80s, 90s action movie.
Well, you have to. I mean, it's just. I think
It's not a action movie without a parking garage.
No.
And you gotta squeal the tires around the parking garage.
Yeah, for
And usually you
sure.
gotta have that unrealistic dive off the 10th floor.
Oh
And you
yeah.
know what I mean? And land and just some sparks fly, but you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love, the fact that, in the back of this car, he has an arsenal.
This
This
is
scene,
so goofy.
yeah, it doesn't,
That's badass, though. The skull hanging over his shoulder.
yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting bit about that. That was originally supposed to take place earlier in the movie, and that was supposed to be the Spanish guy's skull.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but they swapped it out for here. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is weird. Because, have you read the tagline for this movie?
Uh,
He's in town with a few days to kill.
oh yeah, yeah,
That's badass.
it is.
I
Yeah,
love that scene. I think
yeah,
that's the poster cover.
it is. Yeah,
And then I think that was the video game cover.
yeah,
I kind of want... I almost... I want to get a Predator 2 poster. I don't know.
yeah.
I'd either pick Predator or Predator 2. I don't know. I think I like the poster art better for 2.
Yeah, it is. I just love that gun looks kind of like the one from Aliens.
Oh, yeah. The, I forget what the hell that thing's called.
Yeah, that big, that
Yeah,
was on like a gimbal or whatever.
yeah. What do you think of these outfits, though?
I think that is Gary Busey's outfit. I think he
that
brought it from home and was just like, yeah,
That's what he showed up on set like?
yeah. Interesting thing here also, all this equipment isn't like props.
What do you mean?
All of this is actual stuff that they were using to film like movies and stuff on.
Like, this is like probably the TVs that we're editing footage on and everything?
Yeah, they just used it so they could, film it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's complete. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I love that, a fucking alien.
Dude, you see they just showed the lady from the first Predator?
Yeah, she's actually in the credits for this simply because she was there.
Wow.
In
I
that,
wonder if
in that
that
one
picture was taken from the first Predator or if they actually got her to do that for this movie.
I would think they probably got it for this movie.
Wow. It was such a short scene, too.
Yeah, and she still gets a credit for it.
That dude standing there, I've seen him and stuff, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this movie that, you've seen around in other stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't really remember where or anything.
Finally, he's
Yeah.
not the Invisible anymore. It gets kind of old, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact of the matter is, when he's not hunting anybody, he doesn't need to be invisible.
It's crazy to think it's already been an hour and 10 minutes into this thing.
I know. It just flies by.
Definitely. Like, you still like the first one a lot better than this one?
I do. I just think it's a better movie.
Yeah.
But for action and everything, this is, top notch.
Like, there's definitely a lot more suspense in the first one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really feel like there's a big threat in this one. You know what I mean?
No. You're like, if you just kind of went away and... Well, I guess also it's the sort of thing... since it's in a city, there's a bunch of like just innocent bystanders,
Yeah.
and the predator doesn't go after them.
Yeah.
Whereas in the jungle, like everyone is a legitimate target. Yeah, it's like seriously, look at this stuff. It's yeah. Apparently, in the new one, Gary Busey's kid is playing Gary Busey's kid.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, it's something that could have easily like gone a different way. They could have just,
I wonder if
made
they're
him
gonna
like a
have
completely
any.
different character.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna have any callbacks to these movies besides the Gary Busey part.
I don't know. I would hope so. I mean, even if it's just little things like, having like a picture of someone on like a mantle or something.
Yeah. Like Gary, I doubt Arnold's gonna have a cameo, but that would be sick though.
It would. It would be really sick.
I
mean,
highly doubt it'll happen.
yeah. See, you could have totally done something just where like, someone reports to him. He's like sat in an office somewhere and he gets like a call just saying like,
Or goes to him for advice or something.
yeah,
Or if
just
he's
like
the leader of that band of
yeah,
mercenaries or whatever they're gonna be.
yeah. See, that would make sense.
Yeah, like if he's a teacher, I don't know, something.
Yeah. It would be simple, and it would just give everyone a bit of fan service.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he did him in Terminator. I don't know why he wouldn't do it for this.
Yeah,
Although he's pretty much been in every single Terminator.
yeah, that's for sure.
I don't know why, but...
Yeah. Coming
Although,
up.
did you ever watch Part 3 on VHS or no?
Not yet. I still have to watch it.
Yeah. Did you have that on DVD or anything?
Yeah, I have it on Blu-ray.
So would you actually rather watch that on VHS or Blu-ray?
I'd probably prefer to watch it on Blu-ray, but it was $1,
Yeah.
and I wasn't gonna leave it sitting there for $1.
Yeah, see, that's like a movie I would have to watch on Blu-ray just because it was
Yeah.
like meant for something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like an 80s slasher or something be good
Yeah.
on VHS.
Yeah, for sure.
Or old action.
Yeah. Coming up is one of my favorite scenes in this movie. It just the scene where he starts changing his
vision.
Yeah, the infrared, switching to the different spectrums, because you can tell he realizes something's up.
Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. This isn't normally like this. I don't know why
I've always liked the way stuff in movies where when a light shines, you see all the dust particles.
Oh yeah, definitely. And in this, it works because they've been spraying stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
I just love, all the different variations on the.
It's like a Mr. Freeze gun.
I know.
Freeze. Chill out.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Batman and Robin.
Well, there you go. That explains everything.
This looks like a Mr. Freeze type thing.
Yeah.
This whole layer.
It does. There you go.
He's
It's
a
not
reptile.
actually
Do reptiles need cold weather or hot weather?
hot weather.
Oh, is that what it... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what he is. Isn't he part reptile or part gator?
I think so. Something like that. I just love this, how it, showing all the different... I like that
I wonder
one.
what that one's supposed to do.
I think it just that's just showing their light, I guess.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. But...
Yeah, I just love the fact that, he takes them all out in pretty much one shot.
Yeah.
He completely circles them, jumps in there, all of them gone, except for Gary Busey.
And doesn't he live, Gary
No.
Busey, for the whole thing, or no?
No, he,
Meets his end here.
yeah, it's weird because it's a scene that, you're pretty sure he's dead,
Yeah.
but you're not really sure how. Like he
Because I know
throws
there's like a
things.
close-up on him or whatever, and it's him screaming.
Yeah, he like throws the blade thing at him, and I guess it cuts him in half. But I think that was probably one of the scenes that they probably cut. Nitrogen guns, safety's off.
I remember when I first saw this, me and my cousin were big fans of Predator 1, and we
Mm,
were at Blockbuster, and the VHS tape was here of this was there, and we got it. And I
yeah,
remember thinking it was so cool that it was in the city.
yeah. Well, it's the sort of thing. You know,
Like, it's the
I,
way I feel like a sequel should be.
yeah, take it in like pretty much a completely different direction.
Yeah, up the action, up the language, up the
Yeah,
gore.
yeah. And here
There's
we
actually
go.
some nudity.
Yeah, and just
Oh,
they're
that's so
all
sick.
dead. Yeah, I
He
love the
goes in
fact.
like Samurai Jack.
Yeah. I just love the fact he's like freaking like I'm losing my pressure. I'm losing my pressure. I think you have other things to worry about.
Yeah, I like too who just goes up, it comes back down like Batman.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever have to play those the Arkham games?
Yeah.
You know how you had to keep going back
Constantly
up?
up and down. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be such a weird vision to see.
Yeah.
And what is it they were spraying in this place?
I think it was like some kind of like powder that like blocks like UV light or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Interesting.
They're gone. They're all dead. It's like, gee, you think? That's what happens when you get in the way of like a freaking alien hunter.
Yeah, is this the first movie where we see the Elder?
Yeah.
And is there the
Interesting,
scene?
interesting bit of trivia about the Elder. Actually, that is the original Predator costume.
What do you mean? And the Elder
It's
is like from the first one?
Yeah, it's taken from like the molds, the mask, and everything are all from the from part one.
Is there a big difference between this outfit and the first one?
I think so. This has more like netting and everything.
Yeah.
The first one was much more like I love
Greenish
this.
tint, and doesn't this guy
Yeah,
have more of an orangish tint?
I think so. I love this here, just the fact, like even though he's gonna go after him,
Yeah, that's
it's
what I remember there. Kind of reminds
yeah,
me of It, kind of, with that bright white light.
yeah. I just love that though, the fact that, the even though he's going about his business, going after someone else, this gun will still stay trained on the guy I was shooting at before and keep going.
Yeah, do you see how bad those effects were?
Yeah.
That was bad. That's why I'm excited for the new one. You get all this action with like amazing effects.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it is definitely that makes it feel 90s.
Yeah. And I love for the fact that now apparently bullets harm him.
Yeah, but before he could get shot point blank range on the
Yeah.
subway and be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So is that invisibility shield like a bullet shield too, or
I I I don't think so. It's not supposed to be.
you
Because
know
I
what
mean
would
that
make this movie the perfect fan service if like Rocky just came out from
started punching
punching
me.
one of these meat things?
Oh yeah, and the predator just kind of looks at him and just knocks him out of the way with one hit.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah. It's funny because apparently the idea here also is this predator is supposed to be taller than the first one.
Really.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like 8 feet tall.
You know what else I just realized is really weird about this?
Hmm.
It took Arnold Schwarzenegger could barely beat him, but we're
Yeah,
supposed to believe that Donald Glover is on the same, you know,
I know.
level as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Like there's about a 20-year difference and
yeah,
a whole body's difference.
yeah. Oh man, I just love him like he pulls out his shotgun And it does more damage than the high caliber weapons and everything.
Yeah. I like, too, how their blood looks exactly like alien blood, but
Yeah,
has no,
acid.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's something that's kind of going to be covered in the new one. Like
Yeah.
how, I guess they're like genetically modifying themselves as well,
Wow.
like
I
as
gotta
they go
admit, this
along
is
or
such a
something.
badass set piece. I
It
love
is.
anything with hanging meat like that. That sounded so wrong, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know what you mean though. I mean,
but
it,
like,
it
like slaughterhouse type settings like that.
yeah, well, it gives you like an automatic like kind of like just feels kind of wrong,
Yeah.
you know?
And even in mob movies and stuff, there's a lot of scenes like that, and usually someone's dying.
Yeah. I just love it. Like, why does he even bother taking his helmet off?
Don't
See,
you shoot him like 3 or 4 more times?
if it was me, I'd just put that shotgun right under his chin and just pull the trigger.
Yeah. No,
Empty the clip.
I'd keep blasting him in the stomach and chest because I'd saw the head off, like he
Yeah.
did Bill Paxton.
Yeah. And then have it stuffed.
Yeah.
I just
Hang it on
love,
my wall.
yeah. I love this scene just because the sheer weight that it seems like the helmet is.
Yeah.
Like, like he has to really, you know,
Danny
like it's
Glover,
like a
what's the
lot
last thing he played in? Like,
Saw, I think. The
oh
last
yeah, he
good
was
thing.
in Saw.
See, I love that, like the coloration on the Predator's face there, like the tiger stripe looking
Yeah.
stuff.
And
I
the eyes are white.
Yeah, I love this.
Damn. So are we supposed to believe though he got that from Arnold, the
See,
Predator?
that's the thing. There's been a bit of, you know, not controversy, but like back and forth about that. Some people reckon, he heard it from.
The Predator's mouth looks like a pussy though, don't
Yes, it does.
it? But oh, that must have had to have been on purpose. Look at that.
I
But
would assume so.
do you think he learned that from the Elder Predator, or do people think this is the same Predator?
No, some people think that, like the Predator in the first movie, like essentially everything he was doing was like being recorded and
Uh,
sent back to like his ship.
Damn, and that's
So
just one of the words they learned was motherfucker.
yeah, they learned the context of it and everything, and
Damn, look at him.
yeah, like it's between me and him, and then and the Predator's like I don't really care about you. See this scene right here.
I mean, the effects suck, but it's so badass they can let it
Yeah,
slide.
it's like.
See all that blood, dude?
Yeah, that's what gives me the idea that, we were supposed to see more of that.
Yeah, because it looked like a big jug of chocolate Hershey's syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, keep moving. I always just think, wouldn't it just be easier, just like, get on the roof here, hide somewhere, wait till the Predator comes out and just kind of push him off the roof?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, worst comes to worst, he's still severely injured from
Yeah,
being pushed off a roof.
definitely. Yo, by the way, that thumbnail you got for the Predator 1, where'd you get
Yeah.
that image from?
Hell, I just searched Predator poster, and I found it on Pinterest.
That was a pretty badass image.
I thought it was really cool. I tried to find like who made it,
Yeah.
so I could have credited them, but there was nothing. It was just it
That
was
had
like
to have been on a shirt or something.
it must have been. It's pretty damn cool though.
Yeah. I am going to go on Fright Rag soon and see if they have any more Predator shirts, because they had them for a while.
I'm sure they probably do. I got a couple of Halloween shirts coming through from them.
I know, I saw that. Was so sick.
Yeah.
Did you get the 2018 and the original one anniversary?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I just love this. Like he's so freaked out by the birds.
Yeah. See, I was debating on like either pre-ordering that Halloween vinyl set
Yeah.
But I decided to get that Scream tattoo instead.
Yeah.
Like the next check I get, I'll still be able to pre-order that set. So,
Yeah.
but
And
the
here,
thing is, though, oh yeah, that mask is so sick.
and there's another thing which people have sort of talked about, like other predators don't need to breathe, like a special mask to breathe,
Yeah,
So a lot of people are wondering if that wasn't like maybe some sort of drug, because he is injured at this point. He's got bullet holes in him and everything. If it
yeah,
isn't like, like an adrenaline or something.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the commentaries at all on this disc? Because there's two
Uh,
of them.
yeah, a long time ago. I love there that, he actually thought to throw him off the edge.
Yeah, that would be.
Because, I mean, if he hadn't caught himself there, that would have done a lot of damage.
Oh yeah.
I just love that this is
Dude, you see that? I just called him Pussyface. So you know it was on purpose. Dude, look at that, bro.
yeah, there was a shit happens.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I love it though
See, that's only one of
how
my favorite things about the Predator is his hand design.
yeah. I love it how quickly Danny Glover realizes that that's a bomb.
Yeah.
You
Where it
know,
took Arnold like 2 minutes.
yeah, you know, he realizes right away, I got to do something about this.
Well, that's one thing you could say about this guy is he's smarter than Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
So you're kind of doing smarts versus brawn, or
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I love that how the eyes widen there.
Yeah. This I actually had an action figure of part two, and I just realized it was specifically part two because
Yeah,
his hand detached like that, and it
that's
had that green bloody stump.
yeah. This is another scene I've always liked because, like I mentioned in the last commentary, I like self-surgery scenes.
Oh yeah.
They
See, I
they
don't really
just
remember what happens.
yeah, he's got to fix himself up, and it's just the way he goes about it. It's
Oh
like
yeah, it's in the bathroom and everything, just like the Terminator.
yeah, yeah. I just love this fact. He's like, okay, I'll get some of this and put this here, and
How does he do it? Like, what the hell was he doing?
he like
Breaking the...
he like grabs some like stuff from the wall, like breaks it up and puts on like the board, and then puts some goo on it, and it turns into another goo, and then he just kind of shoves
Oh,
it in his wounds.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a little weird.
there's no you know, metal clip this time. I don't think like there was in part one.
Oh yeah.
That I still don't get that. I don't know what that metal clip was for. It's like I'll take this clip and just shove it in the wound. It's like it doesn't
Yeah.
close the wound, or anything like that. And he's lost his gun.
Yeah.
Some cop you are.
Dude, that would be...
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I could do that.
No.
What the hell is that?
This is his medical kit.
Whoa.
Apparently he has a bigger medical kit than the guy in the first one. And it has lights.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Looked like he had like a bone saw.
Yeah. That's another reason again why I think, younger Predator. He's got all
Dude, that
all
looked
the
like
all
a...
the
What the
gadgets
hell
and
is
everything.
that? Oh.
A little,
What in the world? I don't know. I just feel like a Predator wouldn't have all that, but
yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, where like that's what I think, like a young Predator. First time out, has all the gear, doesn't know what he actually needs
Yeah.
yet, like not like a proficient hunter.
Or do you think it could be the other way around? Like the one in the first Predator was a younger one and this is a more experienced one?
I don't know. I mean, this one takes a hell of a lot more damage,
Yeah.
and the
I
yeah,
like how they
so,
don't even bother explaining what the hell that is.
yeah, it's just it's goo.
It's some alien shit. That's
Yeah.
all you need to know.
Yeah, I love this little old woman. It's like, somebody's in the bathroom.
Or he's been howling and stuff.
Yeah, like, Herb, somebody in the bathroom. Oh, yeah,
It
so
would probably,
there's...
what in the world? It would probably smell like shit. An
Yeah,
alien corduroysing his whole stump.
yeah. And there's the thing, why doesn't he use his like, targeting laser thing? Well, he doesn't have it anymore, I guess, but... he used it...
And what does the wall stuff have to do? I don't get that.
I know, I think he broke it up and, like, put it in, and it makes that goo. He pours some liquid over it, and it turns into that goo. This is a scene that always sort of bothered me. I don't know why. It's the sheer size of that needle.
Yeah, was he stabbed this old woman with it?
No, wouldn't that be... That would be kind of funny, honestly. But no, it's like he stabs himself right in the gut. It's like... And it's the way you see the meat, like... Ooh. You just think, damn, that would be painful.
Yeah. Dude, I can't get over that mouth, dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you know, it's funny, but dude, if you were gonna make... Oh, shit.
And I love she's got, like, a broom. It's like, what
I
you
could
gonna
see
do?
how people would be disappointed with this at first, dude.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the way he busted through that front door?
Yeah. I find this funny. She's more scared of the black man
Yeah.
than she is of the alien. I love that. It's okay, I'm a cop. I don't think he gives a shit.
I like how the Predator just doesn't know what doorknobs are. He just busts
Yeah.
through every wall.
Yeah, you would think, an like a interplanetary creature would know how to open a door.
Yeah, even that, or it's like he is weak. I mean, he just got shot all these times, cauterizing wounds, but he's
Yeah.
just gonna run full force and just bash into every wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing I always thought about this, like, when they found that blade thing, you know, that they had tested, and they're like, they didn't know what it was and
Oh
everything.
yeah,
Why didn't he use that as, like, a weapon?
yeah.
You would think, he'd
Did
have,
they
like,
ever go back to that at all, or no?
No.
Uh,
It's the sort of thing, I mean, it's
oh shit,
obviously
dude. You know how
tech...
that would rip your arms probably right out, dude.
I would assume so. Yeah. And I love this, it's like, I just want to know how the hell they got this alien spaceship under this building.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about this movie that don't make any sense.
No, there are plot holes, but it's just, the nature
Mindless
of,
action movie.
yeah, turn off your brain and just have fun.
Yeah, roll with it. That's why I'm real excited for the new Predator. Like,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm going to do right when I enter that theater. Just turn my brain off.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked too because like this ship looks cool, but the
Yeah.
ship looks badass in the new one.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
this remind you of Wishmaster? You remember the end where the
Yes.
hallways kind of look like that, but
Yeah,
red?
100%.
I do gotta admit that looks badass though.
It does. And yeah, the stuff in the ship looks great.
And you could definitely see aliens running around here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just love this fact, that, like, the other predators aren't... I think they're probably all here right now.
Yeah, what do you think it would smell like in here?
Oh, it would
With all
smell
that
like
fog
ass.
and everything? Yeah, probably hot as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you right now, like, all the predators are standing around just watching this.
What if that's what they do with the skin?
Yeah, they make the roof of their ship. Yeah, I bet they're just stood around watching, like, let's see what happens with this,
Yeah.
And there it
The
is.
trophies, oh, the alien skull.
Yeah, and like a freaking T-Rex or something.
Yeah, that's sick. That just goes to show, like, did you see the new Alien trailer or Predator trailer? There's like a giant, like a Predator dog.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Looks kind of like that on the right.
Yeah.
And That's King Willie's skull.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Oh man. Don't they hook them up like they're cool with them?
At the end,
Yeah.
yeah, they like give him like an old gun. I thought it would have been cool if, they'd like essentially done something along the lines of like you want to come with? You know, you've proved yourself,
Yeah. I'd be
you
like,
know?
shit, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be pretty intense. But yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, what are the bitches like?
Yeah, and then you see them, they're like 10'4" and like 900 pounds or something.
Yeah, you're like, nah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, whatever your preference is. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but then again, we've seen those faces, so
Yeah.
makes you wonder whether that actually is a face or...
Oh shit.
I love that.
It's crazy to think that's made with just glow sticks, dude.
Yeah. I love how he keeps shoving it in more, you know?
I mean, isn't that what you'd do?
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Like, I don't know if I do that or pull it out then hit him again with it.
Yeah, maybe pull it out and like right to the face or something, or...
Yeah. Shit happens.
Yeah. And I just love the little bits that go flying off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where's his homies at?
Yeah, I think they're just all stood around just watching. Interesting thing, all of these other Predator costumes, they're actually referred to now as the Lost Predators because every single one of them disappeared.
What do you mean?
The costumes themselves, no one knows where they went.
So no one knows who has them?
Someone, I guess, swiped them all. I think there's
That's
about
weird.
9 of them. And
Damn.
and also,
I wonder if they're all with the same person or the guy that stole them sold them.
maybe, I don't know. All I know is apparently all these guys playing Predators are football players.
Wow.
They're all on some team that Danny Glover was a big fan of.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess he got them in to all play Predators.
That's interesting.
I know, it's so weird. I just love his reaction when they all show up, though.
I don't remember it. I'm assuming it's like, who the hell are these guys?
I know, it's just kind of like, who's next?
So those are all football players?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of takes the menace out of it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess where are you going to get like 9 big enough guys to...
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the older one there. That's the same makeup and everything as the first Predator.
Did you see how the dreads were grayer too?
Yeah.
Look at the pattern on the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, look bad. He had them white spikes on his face too.
Yeah.
Look at that mask. Yo, have you seen those toys NECA? I think it's NECA put out.
Yeah.
It's like the 7-inch Predators, and they got like the ship and the bikes and all that, and like all the vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the old play sets back in the 80s.
Yeah. NECA kind of go over the top with like Predator stuff and Alien stuff.
Predator and Aliens like their bread and butter.
Yeah. I mean, it's like how many can you release? Like
Yeah, they got like
tons.
praying mantis predators and just
Yeah.
like little. Of course, they give them. Dude, that's not even like a predator weapon. That's like
I know.
Captain Jack Sparrow weapon.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Raphael Adalini.
Yeah. I guess the whole idea is it just proves how long they've been coming here.
Yeah, they got that in 1917.
Yeah.
But like, he just happened to have that gun on him, and everything. That's, I would have been like, hey, you care if I get one of them blasters?
Yeah. Well, hell, I mean, even in Alien versus Predator, they gave her a spear.
Yeah, I know. But he gets a little Captain Jack Sparrow gun.
Yeah. Now, admit it, that's probably...
Probably go to the pawn shop and get something.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd probably get, a couple of, couple 100,000 for it, maybe.
Imagine going to the pawn shop. Yeah, dude, Predator gave it to me.
Yeah, where did you get this piece? I got it from an alien.
Yeah, look at how bad that graphic was.
I know.
Did he get to keep the little sphere thing, though? Or the little blade or whatever it was?
Well, he dropped it. I don't know.
Oh, man, what an idiot.
I would have totally kept it.
Yeah.
I would have been like, come on, bring it.
Dude, I would have took that T-Rex skull, too.
Yeah, I'd be like, mine now. Like, hey, I beat your guy. I can take what I want.
I will say, though, like, even though you shit on those Alien vs. Predator movies,
Yeah.
that first one, like how they used the alien head as the shield and everything.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
pretty badass.
I didn't like how they took the teeth out of it.
Yeah.
Out of the entire movie, you know? It's like...
It should have been more bloody.
Yeah, it
gory and stuff.
Should have been gory, should have been... I don't know. It's like... It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator.
He's a white guy now.
I know. all that happened, he turned white. It's like, damn.
Got that Michael Jackson effect going.
Yeah. Well, we'll know if his nose falls off, then we'll know he is going that route. I just love that. Like, is it supposed to have been like in like a sewer or something? And if so, it needed all this to get out. How the hell did it get in?
I think that's what that was the drag marks of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's all covered in like ash.
They
The
shoot
funny
him
thing is,
thinking he's a predator or something.
yeah. I was just thinking about Predator 1. How much do you want to bet, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character at the end of that movie probably has, like, 7 forms of cancer?
The radiation and everything?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
I love that he showed up and he's like, just like, shut up. Like, go away. I don't have time to deal with you.
See, this would be the perfect time for I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
I laugh if his little pirate gun don't even work.
It probably doesn't. The funny thing is, if they made this movie today, you know the cops where they're showing up like now, would totally like shoot him.
Well, looks like they got like station wagons for police cars.
Yeah. They'd get there and be like, he has a gun, shoot him. They wouldn't realize he's a cop and they'd just shoot him.
And what was the point of the helicopter?
I think that was like...
Where that guy which hopped out of, yeah.
Yeah, that was like the last of those guys, you know?
Yeah.
The FBI guys or whatever.
Well, that was Predator 2.
Yeah.
So, Wednesday, guys, Joel Silver. Yeah.
Yep.
Tales from the Crypt, heavy hitter there. But
Yeah.
anyways, Wednesday we'll be recording our commentary for Predators that came out in 2010.
Yep.
By your boy Robert Rodriguez.
Woo-hoo.
That's a weird mix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez and Predator.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is apparently he put together the script for Predators back at the Predator 2 time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thank God
so
they
he
waited.
wrote it back then, yeah. And I think originally it would have had Arnold in it.
Oh, okay.
I think that was going to be the idea, but it was the same basic plot. You know,
Okay.
They wake up on another planet.
Wow. Yeah,
Yep.
we'll save that talk for Predators.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. This is Corey's Crypt.
And there's BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.